Hey folks, welcome back to another Palm Massive video, and now that we're around the end of 2020, right? First of all, congratulations for making it this far, in terms of the year, right? And I thought we'd go ahead and check out, all the sort of damage healers that are in the game at the moment, and see which ones that we kind of don't really need too many more of anymore, and which other types that we might appreciate a few more of those type of sync pairs down the line coming out next year, right? So anyways, oh, before we get into this, just a quick mention: I will be streaming later today, so I've been playing some Genshin Impact, so go check that out on the channel. So subscribe, all that stuff. Notifications if you want to get notified as soon as I go live. I'll probably post the exact time on Twitter beforehand, so yeah, stay tuned. Anyways, getting into this video. So we've definitely grown a lot, and the landscape has changed quite a bit from last year in terms of the amount of strikers that we've had for each sort of type, right? Last year this time we had almost nothing for fairy, and now we have quite a decent amount of fairy, right? And bug types has grown exponentially this year, right? So a lot of really interesting stuff has happened for each of those types. So yeah, let's go over them. So I'm not ordering like all the. I mean, there are some sync pairs that I didn't really put in here. Like I guess Bronzong could sort of do damage if you really wanted to, right? Or I don't even know what else is a example here. Steelix maybe. Rotom, they could do damage, but I'm just going for general Meganium, right? Just some units that generally don't need that much to figure out to do some decent damage, right? Just again some broad examples. So looking over the amount, it definitely does seem like water has a huge lead in that one, right? Stuff like Fraligator, Starmie, Octillery, Empoleon, Floatzel, right? So many water type units that like are relatively great at doing damage. And the thing about water types, and the reason why they do kind of do better than a lot of other types in terms of doing damage, is that a lot of like water types that aren't really supposed to be doing damage can actually do some good damage, right? Blastoise, if it was any other type, well, not any other, if it was like a lot of other types, Blastoise probably wouldn't be on this list, right? Same with say Milotic, but water types do get a extra boost from rain, so a lot of these are much more viable than they actually seem, right? So water types are incredibly oversaturated. We really don't need any more water, and we still got like Palkia down here, right? Although obviously it's I just order them by like their actual type, which is their sync move type, right? Although in this video it's relevant to talk about their other types that they have in the moves, right? So yeah, again, Palkia, another option over there. A lot of water type options. I think we could definitely pump the brakes on water types for a bit, right? Moving on, bugs, a lot of fantastic bug type options as well, right? Pheromos is incredible. Volcarona, these are like the recent ones, right? Guzma is still good, but a Berg, in my opinion, is criminally underrated as a bug type striker, right? Pinsir is still usable, Beedrill's terrible, and Shiny Scyther is still fantastic, right? So bug, we still have a lot of units that we use. Fire type, obviously, right? People always meme about even though they don't have like the most, but they have a lot, right? Fire type still really good amount of strikers there as well, right? Psychic types, and it's really funny because like psychic types, like technically like strikers for psychic types, there's only like 3, right? There's Solrock, Reuniclus, and Mewtwo, and none of these 3 are like anywhere near like the best psychic damage dealers. But yeah, they don't have like too many strikers, but they have a lot of really fantastic damage dealers, right? Musharna is amazing for dealing damage. Mew with the Sync Nuke is incredible. And Mew, again, also has like fire type moves, right? Ice type moves, has thunder, all that stuff. Will and Zato could do some stuff, right? Alakazam obviously could do some good damage as well. Moving on, Dragon type, incredibly oversaturated with Dragon, and especially like free to play Dragon types. We got what, 4 free to play Dragon types that deal damage, right? These are all 4 of these are free. We really, I know Dragon types are popular. People like Dragon types, just and they're cool, all that stuff, right? And they'll probably keep on getting some, like, if N like gets like Reshiram or Reshiram or Zekrom. Could potentially be another Dragon type or Fire type / Electric type. So yeah, as much as I like, maybe pump the brakes on these a bit as well. A lot of that. Grass types, also not a lot of strikers here. Like, literally only these 2 are strikers. Okay, Egg Venusaur, like these 3 are strikers. But Vileplume, fantastic damage. Torterra, Mega Venusaur, incredible amounts of damage, right? Rock type, we have a decent amount, too. Although, like, none of them, like stuff like Tyranitar is not that great. Roark, right? This Lycanroc does, like, really, really good damage. It just takes, like, too much to set up, honestly. Onyx, kind of, right? So, like, even though Rock type, there's, like, a decent amount of, like, damage, like, the real, like, solid ones still, like, I guess the 2 Lycanrocs and Aerodactyl, if you invested into Striker Aerodactyl, right? So I guess, like, Rock types, even though, like, it seems like we have a lot, but we really don't have too much over here, right? In terms of, like, overall, like, quality. Like, there's, quantitatively, there's a decent amount, but in terms of quality, obviously, this Lycanroc, top tier, right? In terms of quality, but outside of that, we don't have that many, so I guess Rock types could be one of the types that maybe we could get a few more, at least 1 or 2 more, decent ones, or in the future, once we're done getting synchro expansions for all these the Gasha 5 stars, right? We could go back and maybe expand Tyranitar Synchrid, maybe that could help. But yeah, anyways, moving on to Ghost types. Ghost types, a lot of fantastic strikers as well. Obviously, Miss Magus probably the best of the bunch. Gengar, these 2 really problematic Ghost type strikers, and then Chandelure as well. Also Mewtwo has a Shadow Ball, right? But yeah, Ghost types are fine overall. Like, there's a good number of them. There's just not like something like too amazing, right? Obviously, Miss Magus is really, really good. But it's, I don't know. You know what? Yeah, Miss Magus is fine enough. But like outside of after Miss Magus, the drop off is kind of like high, right? The drop off is a bit big. Hopefully, they could in the future, like, could they please just like not fix, but like, change how 2-turn moves work. That would make Drifblim so much better, right? I mean, Drifblim's not bad, right? Drifblim's not bad either. But yeah, Miss Magus is just so good, right? Moving on, Steel types. Steel types were also one of the types that we really didn't have too many options to start with, right? Like, our first, like, major, like, Steel type was, like, Solgaleo, and it wasn't really that great. Right? But yeah, at the moment it's not bad, right? It's not bad, right? We got Molayne, against Solgaleo still, Metagross and Zacian, like 2 like absolute like Steel type has like 2 top tier damage deals over here, right? Even though they don't have like the most, right? In terms of quantity, but these 2 are really, really great quality strikers. However, here's one thing I would sort of say about like Steel type strikers. Again, Metagross, Zacian, fantastic. Both of them are limited though. Also Solgaleo is also limited to like events, right? So like these 3, even though they are all solid strikers, all that stuff, they are limited. And once you take like these 3 out, if you like missed out on them, right, you're just kind of left with like Molayne and Aegislash. And maybe, I guess, Steelix, if you have, like, 3 out of 5 Steelix, I guess. So like your options are sort of limited. So it would be really nice if we either get a Mullane Synchro expansion. I mean, it's Mullane Synchro expansion probably gonna take a while. I mean, he's a relatively new story sync pair, right? So whenever that happens, that would hopefully be helpful at least, or maybe give us another just banner spotlight steel type. That's not like a Pokefair, although not too soon since we just had like two Pokefair steel types, right? So there's that. Anyways, moving on. Poison got a free to play, incredibly powerful Crobat. These two 4 stars aren't terrible either. Arbok, okay, I guess, and Salzal's, still great. Poison also kind of doesn't have like that, like really incredible damage dealer, right? Again, Crobat's fantastic, but like outside of that, there really isn't like a summable poison that's like incredibly like great, like on like Zacian level good, right? Which poison kind of doesn't have. So it would be nice if we do get a much more powerful poison type in the future. That would be nice, right? Salzal, like there's always like this thing like right, a misconception about Salazar and Crobat as well, right? Even though Crobat's like the tech over here and Salazar's the damage dealer, it does seem like their actual roles are kind of swapped. Like Salazar's more of like a tech unit when you're trying to use it, and then like Crobat with like the Sync Nuke is more of it does a lot of really great damage, right? So anyways, moving on. Flying types, in my opinion, we definitely need some help, right? Obviously blue, fantastic. It's a Spotlight Scout and it's a pretty old unit, so a lot of people do have it. But if you're new to the game, right, your options are kind of limited. Toucannon is bad. I don't know what else to say. It's not good. It's really not good, right? For those who played in the flying type event, try it out. Toucannon in there. You guys probably have a don't have too many good memories with it, right? Toucannon not that great. Togekiss is good. Toga is really good. However, it is limited once per year, right? Or I guess like 2, since the last year's Christmas units, they reran like 11 months afterwards, their debut. But yeah, extremely limited. This guy's terrible. I mean, this is definitely better than Toucannon, right? This is definitely better than Toucannon, but yeah, this is problematic, right? So yeah, either we get a buff for this guy sometime in the future, or I would also kind of appreciate if we do get like something like a free to play flying type striker with an expanded synchro. That would be nice. Or maybe once we get I mean, Skyla's another option here, right? If we do get like a free 20 out of 20 6REX Skyla, since she won the poll, right? That could maybe sort of be a free to play option in the future. Moving on, electric types, we have a decent amount, right? Ho-is fine, Pikachu's good, right? Zipstrike is really good now. Luxray's good, right? Also we got Mew as well. However, none of these are really great at 1 out of 5, so I do kind of wish that I guess Ho is not terrible at 1 out of 5. I mean, Luxray's not terrible either. It's just very limited. Also, it's bugged right now. But yeah, it would be nice if we do get an electric type that's like really usable at 1 out of 5, out of the box, right? Slightly less expensive. I don't know. Moving on, fighting types. We don't have too many, but like we have some really good ones, right? Wally's obviously amazing. Lucario's not bad either, right? So they have some good ones. It would be nice if we do get another decent one as well, right? But we also do have Solgaleo with like Focus Blast, which is nice. So our options aren't terrible for fighting, even though it doesn't seem like we have too many, right? And like Conkeldurr and Machamp aren't like absolutely atrocious, so they're both usable as well. Moving on, we got ice types. Ice types need help. Right? Dugong's not terrible. Ice Steven's fantastic. Ice Steven's like top 5 or 3, I don't even know, right? Strikers in the game. However, Ice Steven is limited, right? It's a seasonal unit, comes again once every year. Again, it is one of the top 3 to 5, however you want to say it as, right? striker in the game and is incredibly powerful. But again, extremely limited, right? Very, very limited. So yeah, it would be nice if we get some better strikers in the future as well, right? As for the other two I put here, Glalie, slightly suspect, and Avalog is just bad. Moving on to Fairy, even though we don't have, it doesn't seem like we have too many posted over here, but, you know, remember stuff like Zacian has Play Rough, Mega Altaria has Moonblast, right? So we actually do have a decent amount of, like, good Fairy type strikers, right? Probably the worst over here is Sylveon, but Sylveon's eventually going to get Synchro expanded, right? So now hopefully it's not that bad after it gets an Synchro expansion, right? Jiggly Lyre is obviously fantastic, but again, it is sort of limited. Zacian, really, really good. Also limited as well. Clefairy is fine, right? And even though it's a support, but it does really, really good damage. And then, Altaria, I guess, like, the only knock against Altaria is that, like, its sync move is Dragon type. But outside of that, you know, fantastic, damage dealer that has Moonblast. So, Fairy types, it used to be, you know, the worst type in the game in terms of the offensive strikers, right, or damage dealers. It's now, you know, relatively, it's sort of in the middle of the pack, right? It's not any of these types, but it's not any of, you know, these guys down here either, right? They're kind of middle of the pack now, so not terrible. Moving on to Dark. Dark, like, we do have Houndoom. Again, it's kind of like the bird. It's kind of like flying type over here, right? Where there really aren't too many, but, like, the one, like, there is one that, like, is a 5-star that has been in the game since the beginning. So if you play the game for a while, you probably most likely would at least have one or two of these, right? Again, Blue and Karen. But if you're new, then you really don't have too many options, right? Liepard, honestly, offensively, I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan of Liepard offensively. Like, you could use it, but I don't really like it. Again, Houndoom is fantastic. Mightyena is really, really good as well, except Mightyena is, again, limited, so Dark type definitely needs help, right? Moving on to Ground type. Ground type has Garchomp. Garchomp, you know, another top-tier striker in the game. However, outside of that, you're screwed. Hapu, I'm personally a bit higher on Hapu than most people are. I really don't think Hapu is as bad as, like, Hapu's, like, much better than a lot of this, well, not a lot, you know, Hapu is better than some of these strikers on this list, right, or damage dealers, right, but obviously it's yeah, it's not enough, right, if you're, like, if that's your only ground type striker or damage dealer option, right, you are in trouble, so ground type desperately needs something over here, right? If not, you know, Bertha maybe with something, Hippowdon with, like, a Dust Kicker, Sandstorm kind of thing on the sync, right? That would be nice. That could also deal some decent damage itself. That would be, again, really, really great option over there. So ground type definitely needs help, probably the most of all the types in the game, right? So stuff like ground type needs help, dark type needs help, Ice type needs help. Just, again, a quick recap, right? And then maybe flying a bit, right? Maybe fighting a bit. Not again, not as much as some of the other ones. But yeah, we definitely had enough bug types, water types, you know, fire types, psychic types, dragon types, grass types, rock types, all these, right? Well, again, rock type it would be helpful if we got another one, right? But yeah, a lot of these up here, we kind of do have enough, and some, obviously down here, we're still kind of lacking, right? Still, you know, need help, especially, again, dark, ground, ice, flying, all that stuff, right? Maybe poison as well a bit, right? Steel, something a bit more consistent, right? Again, really, really great strikers here. These three are limited. Maybe something that's on the regular banner that people could get and not have to wait, like, months before it comes running back, right? And then every type has a Soul Valley as well. So just put that there. Anyways, that's me for this one. I guess I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me guys think in the comments down below. You know, which other, you know, which of these types that you probably would like to see more of in the future for damage dealers. And do not say water. Do not say water, because we definitely do not need any more water types. As much as I love, a lot of these water types, but I think we got enough for the moment being. But yeah, anyways, yeah, check out the stream whenever that happens. Later this afternoon, I'm gonna be farming some artifacts, trying, going for adventure rank level ups, all that stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.